Hello everybody and welcome back to another OwlyForest challenge, and today we play Mega Man X2 again, which is my favorite Mega Man X game, so that's nice. This time the challenge is the Soft Weakness Relay Challenge. I'll be getting into the rules soon. Just a heads up, I am pretty tired today, but I hope you won't mind this. Maybe I will sound a bit drunk or something, but yeah. Anyway, this is the password we were given. When we enter this, we have already finished 3 stages. We are not allowed to go back to any of these stages, so we just straight up start with Morph Moth. You can see my live split, which I should activate now. And it says X-Buster next to the Maverick name, and that's because we have to defeat the Mavericks with specific weapons in this challenge. We can use the 3 weapons that we already have, the spin wheel, the bubble splash, and the crystal hunter. I will use the crystal hunter very soon to get another hard tank here, like this. There's a 1-up and there's a hard tank. And now we will use the spin wheel to get another upgrade for our armor. We don't necessarily need it, but we can collect everything on the way. The only thing that's not allowed is to go back to the other 3 stages that are already completed and collect stuff from there. But we can use all the weapons that we have in our arsenal and collect all the hearts, sub-tanks or upgrades that we find in these 5 stages. Yeah, and if you look at my live split, we have to tackle the rest of these 5 stages in a specific order. So now we have to start this challenge by going into this stage, Morph Moth. That's mandatory. And we have to defeat Morph Moth with the X-Buster. So we are not allowed to use these weapons here during the fight, so we have to kill Morph Moth with the X-Buster, which should be fine. And the challenge name is Soft Weakness Relay. That means that we have to use specific weapons that are kind of... wait, I don't want this enemy to disappear. I failed. I'm tired, and speaking English while playing this game is not so easy for me, it seems. Please kill it. Thank you. Please kill this enemy. Please kill this enemy. Thank you. Okay. The soft weakness is just that every Maverick has a specific weakness where you can kill the boss very easily. But I think certain bosses in this game have a secondary weakness, which does a little less damage, but is also considered a weakness. And what we have to do in this challenge is to defeat these Mavericks using these soft weaknesses, which I find pretty interesting, because whenever we play this game, or any X game in the matter, we always, straight up use the weakness that's best and ignore everything else. But with a challenge like this, you can actually see this game in a different perspective, because I already did this in a test stream, as you might know already. And in that test stream, I really enjoyed killing the bosses with different weapons. It's actually fun. That's the point of this challenge. So I really like the idea behind this. I hope we will see more of this for other X games as well. It's nice that we start with X2, since it's my favorite game. Alright, here's the first boss. For this, we just have to use the X-Buster, which is okay, I guess. Maybe this boss does not have a secondary weakness, I don't know actually. I only know that he's weak to Speedburner, which we don't have. So let's just kill him like we're supposed to. Don't mess up. Whoop. Nope. Die. And for people who don't know, you can actually cheese this by standing in this place. So you barely get hit, and if he comes close to you with that laser, you just back out. Just like this. And he is dead. That's a pretty cool way to defeat him. As a kid, like when I was a kid, in this death animation, I always wondered why he only has one leg, which is kind of silly if you think about it. His other leg is just on the other sprites, but as a kid, I was always too silly to notice. I was like, when I fight him, he has two legs, but when he explodes, he only has one leg. Why is that? So that's a silly moment from my childhood. Alright, we continue with Overdrive Ostrich. And now you can see we have to defeat this boss only using the silk shot, which I have never done before, other than in the test stream, obviously. So apparently the silk shot is the secondary weakness of this boss, which I never really looked into. The only boss I knew the secondary weakness of is Wire Sponge, because I have tried to kill Wire Sponge before with Speedburner. I think I did that in my low percent speedrun, which I am actually still the world record holder in the Legacy Collection version, which is pretty neat. We could try to get the heart tank here. Oh, damn. I actually did that. Crazy. And we can get the leg upgrade here, which is always useful. I like my mid-air dash. It's useful and it looks cool. Alright, so now that's the stage already. Pretty quick. Now we can try to defeat Overdrive Ostrich with the silk shot. So this actually means we have to take enough ammo with us for this boss. So if you fail once, like if you get killed, your ammo won't refill. So if you run out of ammo and you didn't defeat this boss, then you might need to game over. But let's hope that won't happen. I'm speaking gibberish at the moment, really, I'm sorry. I'm just so tired. But September 1st is around the corner again, and I am late for my recording. So... oh, was that a double hit? I know that when he jumps, that he can be hit again because of short iframes. I think we hit that. That was pretty cool. Alright, that's the second stage. And now we go to Flame Stag, and we have to kill him with the Sonic Slicers only. Which should be easy enough, because you can practically anticipate where he will land. That's what I like to do. There's also a sub-tank that we could collect. I won't need it, but I will still collect it. Just because I really like to play this game. And the longer I play this game, the better my feeling. It's just a beautiful game. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just nostalgia for me that this game is so that I'm so fond of this game. I don't know. I just love it. Let's try to get the one up here too, because we can't jump. Oh, very close. What am I doing? Oh, I messed up at the start, but I still got it. Very nice. I almost died. Because when the volcano starts to erupt, my jump always gets eaten there, and I have no idea why that is. I guess it's... I don't know. I have no idea what it is, why it causes that. I remember that it really pissed me off too. In the other, like, I think it was X2, the X2 1 HP run that I did. I remember that I always died there because my input got eaten every single time. It gives me Mega Man 3 vibes, because that game is also full of misinputs, because the game just eats it, which sucks, but well. Anyway, Sonic Slicer, which is this weapon here. If I shoot at this boss with a different weapon or a single lemon, then this run is over. So we really need to be careful not to accidentally press the shoulder buttons and switch to another weapon. That's very, very important. We really do not want to mess this up. Only with this weapon we can damage him. So let's make sure that's what we do. Nice. Ow. I like this. This weapon is a pretty good secondary weakness, in my opinion. Because it bounces off the walls so well, and since he jumps around, I think this is a pretty good weakness. But this is something I never really considered. That's why I love this challenge so much. It might be easy in a sense, but I like the simple idea behind this. It actually makes you attempt these boss fights that you know in and out to tackle from a different perspective. I mean, we all did a X-Buster only run or something because we are that because we're such good gamers. But actually trying to defeat the bosses with a weapon that is not considered to be the weakness or only the secondary weakness is a pretty nice idea. Now we're here at Wire Sponge. There's a heart here, we can collect that. There's also a sub-tank here which we can get if we need it. Now we got the Speed Burner, which again is the weapon that I have used before. In my X2 1 HP run, I think. You could also say that collecting 1-ups in this challenge is bad, because again, if you run out of ammo in a boss fight, then you have to game over. And the more lives you have, the longer it takes to game over. So, technically speaking, it is not recommended to collect 1-ups here. But I still do it anyway, since, yeah, let's be honest, I will not get a game over here. And if I do, I should be punished for being bad, for sucking. So, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Not to me, it won't. I just love this game so much. It's a beautiful game. Alright. Don't charge the X-Buster, we want to finish this guy off with Speed Burner, which is kinda scary, because he has all these thorns that he can spit out, and they take, I think, 2 Speed Burners to break. And we don't have much ammo, so let's be careful. Oh, they don't need 2 shots. But it does waste ammo. And we can't switch to X-Buster to get rid of these thorns. We actually have to... I mean, look at my ammo. My Speed Burner is almost empty. Just because I have to waste so much on these thorns. So we should not focus on these thorns so much. Let's waste the rest of our ammo for this guy. That was close. Oh! Am I actually running out of... Oh, I have only 2 shots left. Both of them need to hit. That was close. That's what I mean. If I didn't hit him there, I would have to, yeah, kill myself over and over again until I game over, because I will not get any ammo back. That was actually close. In this run, you could really well see that you should not waste your ammo on these thorns. You should always try to... I mean, you can destroy some of those thorns, but you can't destroy every thorn, because you will run out of ammo very fast. And that was a perfect example why you should not waste your ammo. I mean, how many lives do I have? Let's see. I have 6 lives. The 0 counts as well, so we have 7 lives. I would need to get into the boss room 7 times and die over and over again to get a game over and do the stage again. That would have wasted so much time, so I'm glad that didn't happen. That was very close. Alright, for this boss we need to defeat him with the strike chain. This is this weapon here. I'm using it a bit because that's what I always do when I play this level here. Let's go back for a second and get the one up here. This is something my dad taught me, and for people who maybe never know, when I see people trying to attempt to get up there, I always see them trying to dash up like this, like so, and try to like catch the ledge to jump up, but it's actually pretty easy. Just stand here and jump. I remember my dad teaching me that. Good old times. Yeah. So maybe for the people who don't play X2 so much, that's what you can do to easily get up there. There's also the sub-tank later, which is also pretty difficult to get to. But I don't really have a cheat for that, I think. Just stand here, wait, and dash up like this. You can use the charged up version of Speedburner, but we can't charge our weapons, so yeah. I think for this boss, Silk Shot works best. I think that makes the most damage, but I'm not sure. I know that a charged Silk Shot can defeat this guy pretty fast. But since we can't charge, just shoot up a bit and it's fine. Nice. This music is goated, by the way. One of my favorite soundtracks of the entire X series. And now for the mid-boss, which is weak to Speedburner. So let's use that. This is the wrong weapon. That's also something my dad taught me. Whenever you are in a boss fight, you have to make sure that the boss is glowing. Like, when I hit him, he was glowing. And my dad always said to keep pressure up, so the boss is always glowing, so you don't have to dodge too much and the boss fight ends quicker. So he was more a guy that yeah, likes to be offensive, which can work, yes, but being defensive also is a good thing. But he was always like he was always telling me to be offensive and make the enemy keep on glowing. I know it sounds weird, but just excuse me. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. My English sucks. Alright, strike chain action. Yeah, I don't think I ever tried beating Magna Centipede with strike chain. Here, use the air dash that you have at the second that he starts to suck you in, so you avoid that he tackles you and robs you of your energy. Again, be mindful of your ammunition. Ow. Yep. The moment you are airborne, when he does this, just air dash. It makes it so much easier to avoid getting hit. I like this challenge. This is a very nice challenge. I was happy to see X2 again, of course. Okay, can you stop? I think we can't charge anymore, which is useless for this run anyway. Let's just put an end to him. And that's it. That's the Mega Man X2 Soft Weakness Relay Challenge. Nothing... I wanted to say nothing special, but that would be a lie. It is a pretty special challenge. Oh, we will hit 20 minutes exactly. Oh, 1959.9. We are edging the 20-minute mark. But yeah, that's the challenge. Very nice challenge. I really like the idea behind this with the soft relay. Never thought that it would be so fun to actually tackle boss fights with a completely different weapon. I know we could do that, but I was always like, why? Why would you bother tackling the bosses with a different weapon? But now that we had this challenge, I have to say it was actually fun. Especially Flame Stag. I think Flame Stag with Sonic Slicer is the most fun here. Wire Sponge with Speed Burner can be pretty rough if you always hit the thorns, which he spits out a lot. I mean, Morph Moth was just the X-Buster, sadly, but I think maybe he doesn't have a second weakness. And the run has to start somewhere, so yeah. I think this was a pretty fun challenge. I hope you liked this video. I will excuse myself again for my speaking. I am very tired, so I just hope you enjoyed this anyway. Yeah, okay, that's it from me. I will submit this and then congratulations to whoever wins this. So yeah, thanks for watching, have a good time, stay clean, and see you in the next challenge.